Well, ladies and gentlemen, confirmation that Final Stand is very much on the horizon was given to us today by the Battlefield gods in the form of a battle log update. I have a lot of information to share with you today, and there's some surprises, there's some things we expected as well. It's really interesting that a lot of things that the community suggested, or a lot of things that we didn't think were going to be in there, have actually ended up in this battle log update. So without further ado, let's look into some of the changes and some of the new things that we can expect with this final DLC for Battlefield 4. First up, the fourth stage of the Phantom assignments for Battlefield 4 comes in the form of the Phantom Operative. Now, here's what it looks like in Battlelog right now, and that's all we know in terms of the assignment. At the moment, they haven't published what the requirements are or what you need to achieve in order to unlock whatever it is that they've decided to give us for achieving the assignment. Now, looking at what we've got next, I can be very confident that this is what we're going to be seeing as the reward for the assignment, and that is the Spyder bow, the compound bow, the crossbow. Not really sure what they're going to call it right now, but I think I'm going to go with the Spyder bow just because it sounds really cool. This has long been rumoured ever since the start of, well, ever since we heard that Final Stand was going to be a 2142 themed DLC. We kind of thought that there would be some surprises, there would be some shock moves from the developers. I don't think anyone really expected the developers to introduce a crossbow back into the game, but here we are looking at one right now. This will basically act the same way as the X-bow did in Battlefield 3. You'll have access to 4 different types of ammunition. However, we're not sure whether it works as a primary, secondary, or a piece of equipment yet. That remains to be seen. Looking at those different types of ammunition though, like I said, it will act very similarly to the X-bow from Battlefield 3. The first piece of, well, the first bolt that you can use is the spotter bolt, which is a prototype device created using parts from the MTN-55 and the tugs. While active, it will detect enemy movement within a narrow cone in front of you and report it to your team's minimap. So that works exactly the same as the scan bolt did in Battlefield 3. Next one sounds like the standard bolt really. It's got broadheads which provide a balance in range and damage, which very general really, but I can imagine that one being the standard bolt because next we have the sniper bolt. Sacrificing damage for weight reduction, this arrow flies straight and true. That sounds to me like the sniper bolt. You're going to be going for long range shots with that. Yes, you're going to sacrifice damage, but if you can get the headshot, I'm pretty sure we'll see some interesting results. Finally, a small explosive arrowhead that detonates on impact. Sounds exactly like the explosive bolt. And the last one is called Stabilizer. Improves accuracy by providing additional balance and stability while reducing hand shock, noise and vibration. It sounds a little bit weird to me. It kind of sounds like the best bolt of all of them, or at least the most interesting of them. Be cool to get my hands on it. So there you have it, the 5 different types of ammunition that you're going to be able to use with the Spyder bow. Massive props to the Rad Gamer Dan to finding that information in the code. That was a really valuable bit of information there. We got a really good idea of how this weapon is going to perform. And on the screen right now you can see those different types of ammunition, and you can see the dog tag that you get for using the bow. So I assume that will be the Mastery dog tag. A big thanks to BF Daily for finding those. You'll find links in the description to both of their Twitter pages. So, with the Spyder bolt out of the way, let's have a look at some of the, well, smaller things that you're going to find in this Battlelog update. We'll start with some of the dog tags that are going to be introduced, and they look really cool. They're 2142 themed. You can find all of them on your dog tag page right now. Of course, you can't actually equip them yet, but I think there's one for each map that you play in the 2142 themed DLC, which is kind of cool. I've paired mine with the Dice Friends dog tag that they're giving away. Well, they're not giving away, that you can nominate people at the moment for, and I think they look really cool. Something that was mentioned on Twitter recently, I think it was by the guy that heads up Gloves for Tags, Crash Rider. He's a really cool guy, sets up some really cool events actually, but he mentioned that he felt that dog tags have kind of lost their appeal. There's no longer a sense that you really took advantage of somebody, you managed to get the better of them, and then for that, you get to keep their dog tags. I genuinely think with these ones, they look really, really cool. I'd be proud to take those from somebody, but it would be really cool if I could see every single person that I'd ever knifed in the game and have a physical picture of their dog tags that were kept on my Battlelog profile somewhere. I think that would be really cool. Alongside that, and most interestingly for me I actually think, is the Bipod knife, the C100. I genuinely thought this was a joke. I never thought they would go that far and actually put it in the game, but they have. It's there at the bottom of your weapon list. You'll find it with no kills or anything like that. But it doesn't say that it's a premium item either. It seems that this might be just the next knife that's going to be made available in Battlefield 4. And mad props to the developer, because I didn't think they would really go ahead and make such a strange and an awesomely cool move, but they have. So thanks very much. That's really cool of you. And lastly, we've got the extra 10 ranks, going from 131 all the way through to 140. And from what I saw on Twitter earlier, apparently it's around 850,000 points per kernel level now. That's some massive grinding right there. So if you've been hoarding all of those 200 XP boosts, well, now's probably the time to use them. One thing I will say is that why has it gone to 140 and not 150? I believe one of the DLCs didn't actually introduce a level cap increase. So it would be suggestive that there might be something else in the future for Battlefield 4 that might bump the level cap all the way up to 150. Could it be that 6th DLC? Who knows? And that's about it. Well, or that's what we've found so far. There could be more, who really knows, but thanks to the Rag Gamer Dan and BF Daily for posting all of this stuff on Twitter and making everybody aware. If you're not following those guys, I'd have to say that along with Antal120 and I think it's Sky Eagle Gaming, those are the guys that you should follow on Twitter for Battlefield news. Honestly, they are probably the best places that you can get up-to-date Battlefield news for. I'll put them all in the description. But thanks to everybody for finding all that stuff, and hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. Thank you very much for watching. If you could leave a like on the video, that would be great, and leave some comments down below about what you think that we're going to be getting in Final Stand. It is the final official DLC, so it looks like they're pulling out all the stops. Let us know down in the comments how you feel today. But as I say, thank you very much for watching. My name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.